So I just got done watching the official trailer for the final season of The Boys, and oh my god, do we have a lot to discuss. Now, one thing that was clearly emphasized in this short trailer was the concept of war. It's extremely likely that this season will be like none of the others we've seen up until this point, being considered the endgame of the show as a whole. As we saw at the end of season 4, Homelander began to take over America, dedicating law enforcement agencies to track down rogue starlighters and put them in what appears to be camps in which they are imprisoned in. We saw Frenchie, Kamiko, and even Huey be taken by these people, and it's apparent that they are in these very same camps we see in the trailer. However, I think that the boys being separated will not be for long, since we see Starlight later take over all the electricity within it, reuniting her with Huey and the rest of the group. Through and through again, there's this urgency that this is their final chance, their final go at putting a stop to all this, and that Butcher is willing to die for it and is inspiring the others to do so as well. To be honest, you kind of have to agree with them, because is their life even a life worth living where Homelander either controls all of the world or one where he destroys all of humanity? Another thing I was surprised to see was Ashley, who appears to be doing all right. And I say this because obviously at the end of last season, she had taken Compound V that, to say the least, made her a pretty disgusting creature that I honestly thought was going to be permanent. However, I reckon that something within her changed deeply, and I'm curious to see what her powers are in the following season, but pray to God it's not something disgusting, which, in all honesty, what can I really expect from a show like The Boys? We get a couple shots of Victoria Newman's daughter and Stan Edgar, whom we saw in Gen V. Now, I don't quite know what role they are going to be playing in this season, but I'm pretty sure that they will work alongside the main cast. But I have a feeling that Stan Edgar might want something more than taking down Homelander, because after all, he is a businessman and he did used to run one of the most evil companies in the world. However, by far one of the most interesting shots in the trailer is regarding Ryan, who appears to be fighting for the same cause the boys are fighting for. Why I say this is because we see military soldiers attempting to shoot at him, which then cuts to a bloody-faced Ryan who looks like he just took them out. Obviously, we know that Homelander's role in America's politics is much more developed than it used to be, so I think it's safe to say that he's the one sending out officers to look for him and get him back. But guys, let's be honest, are we really still shooting bulletproof soups in the big 2025? Like, come on. Anyways, it was confirmed through last season's post-credits scene that Soldier Boy would be playing a big role in season 5, and it's apparent through this trailer that he and Homelander will share a different relationship than they did in the third. As well, we are introduced to a new character who will likely share screen time with Jensen Ackles and Anthony Starr, who to my knowledge is from the show Supernatural. And throughout the second half of the trailer, we see a lot of small glimpses of Homelander absolutely punching someone's face into a pulp, which is meant to signify just how deranged he's going to be for this last ride, and that we might see things that up the disgusting contents of prior seasons, which is kind of hard to do. We also get shots of the Deep, which I don't think I can really get into here on YouTube, and as well A-Train running with this shot of him really slowing down time, which leaves me wondering if his powers this season will be buffed, since I don't believe we've ever seen him be able to run so fast to the point where time completely stops like the Flash. And really, the last crazy thing this trailer gives us is the shot of Homelander in absolute panic as he mindlessly lasers into the sky while on his knees. Now, it's hard to see, but in front of him it appears to be Soldier Boy stepping back in confusion. I'm not exactly sure what this scene means, but I do think it visually looks awesome, and I really can't wait to get into this final ride of this incredible show. However, like I'm sure many of you were, I was extremely sad to see this season is going to be releasing in April. Like, what is that, 6 goddamn months? That to me is crazy, but hey, I'm not gonna complain, since I want this to be absolutely peak and not rushed for this conclusion that is either going to be a massive hit or a miss. If you want to dive even deeper into these theories with exclusive videos, guaranteed replies, and your name featured at the end of every upload, you can become a channel member for just $2.99. It helps out a ton and keeps this content going. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop your own thoughts and theories in the comments down below. And if you want to keep the conversation going, hop into the Discord where we talk about all your favorite shows and media. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.